Alright, we're going to be talking about surface area today, wrapping up our geometry unit. Here's your warm-up. Go ahead and copy down the information from the problem, and then write the figure you think is described and press play when you're ready to correct. Alright, you should have gotten a prism for the first one, so two parallel congruent faces with other faces being parallelograms. So triangular prism, rectangular prism, any kind of polygon followed by the word prism. A polyhedron that has a vertex and a face at opposite ends with other faces being triangles. This, of course, is a pyramid. Two vocabulary words we'll be talking about today, surface area and net. Both of these should be review for you. So the surface area of a three-dimensional figure is the sum of the areas of its surfaces. To help you see all of the surfaces of a three-dimensional figure, you can use a net. A net is an arrangement of two-dimensional figures that can be folded to form a three-dimensional figure. Alright, so we're going to use a net. The net should include, obviously, all of the sides, all of the 6 sides. The two bases, the 12 by 5, two of the sides, 2 by 5, and the front and the back, 2 by 12. So your net should look something like this. And we'll be finding the area of each of the sides to get a total surface area. So of course the area of a quadrilateral is length times width. So for A and F, since it's the same, we'll do 5 times 2. For B and D, we'll do 12 times 5. And for C and E, we'll do 12 times 2. So at this point, you could just multiply each of those times 2. And then we're going to add all of them together. You should get 188 inches squared. So the surface area, the area of all of the surfaces of the figure, is 188 inches squared. Okay, different method here. We're going to use a three-dimensional drawing instead of a net. So we're going to find the area of the front, the top, and the side. And then we're going to multiply each of them by 2 because the front is equivalent to the back, the top is equivalent to the bottom, and the side is equivalent to this other side. And that encompasses all 6 sides. Okay, so area of the front is going to be 9 times 7, and we're going to multiply that by 2 to get the front and back. For the top, we have 9 times 5, it's 45, times 2 will give us the top and bottom, gives us 90. And for the sides, we have 7 times 5, which is 35 times 2, gives us 70 for the sides. So we add those 3 numbers together, and we'll get 286, which gives us a total surface area of 286 centimeters squared. Alright, the surface area of a pyramid equals the sum of the area of the base and the areas of the triangular faces. So to find the surface area of a pyramid, we'll think of its net. Okay, so the net would look like this. Is a square pyramid, square on the bottom, a 7 by 7, and then the height of each of the triangles has a base of 7 and a height of 8. So we'll find the area of the square, and then plus the area of the 4 triangles. So the area of the square is going to be 7 times 7, 7 squared, plus 4 times the area of the triangle, 1/2 base, which is 7, and height, which is 8. So we'll substitute in all our values. 7 squared plus 4 times 1/2 times 7 times 8. 1/2 times 7 times 8 gives us 28. 7 squared is 49. So we'll multiply first, order of operations, and then we'll add the 49, and we get 161 feet squared. Right, we're going to skip this one. So the surface area of a cylinder equals the sum of the area of its bases and the area of its curved surfaces. And remember that the curved surface is actually, if you open it up, it's just a rectangle. Okay, so we're going to multiply its height by the circumference. Remember, the circumference is the perimeter. And we'll multiply by how tall it is. All right, surface area of a cylinder is going to be 2 times the area of the circle, the area of the base, plus the circumference times the height, which will give you this middle section. Okay, so the circumference is 2 pi r times the height. That will give us the area of this curved surface, the middle part. And then 2 times pi r squared, 2 times the area of that circle. So we'll substitute in 7 for height, 4 for the radius, 4 for the radius. And then we're going to use order of operations to simplify. And we're going to be answering in terms of pi. So we're not going to substitute 3.14 in here. And you can think of this just like a variable. So we can add like terms. We can add the 56 and 32. And we get 88 pi feet squared. Okay, we'll leave it in terms of pi. This actually is not about. It is exact. The area is 88 pi feet squared. Since we're leaving it in terms of pi, it's an exact answer. All right, here's your lesson quiz. Go ahead and copy down the information from each of the problems. Make sure you draw the diagram, and then we will go over these in class.